All right. We're on. And we're hot.
Jeez.
We'll heard out more.
Sorry. Just dropped the whole thing.
Did Oh, that's lovely.
I'm sorry. This is new surroundings. I'm trying to move one thing and then everything became an avalanche. Whoops.
It's all good. It's all good.
Anyway, good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from your favorite brother-sister duo, sharing relatable life experiences, some tips and tricks, and a whole lot of stories.
Morning to everyone. Two Voices, One Life podcast here. Welcome with Lisa. She is currently in San Antonio, Texas. Yeehaw, girl. Giddy up.
Yes.
Texas.
Yeehaw.
Yeah. How's it going?
Yeah. It's going well. It's the first couple of days we were here, it was really warm. Well, compared to, Illinois, it was
Right.
it was literally in the negatives. So when we landed here, it was, I think, in the mid 60s, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is hot." And it's really not hot, but
Right.
like compared to what we were used to, it felt hot. So it was really nice. We got to do some nice warm weather activities, do the river walk, go out to eat. We've already been to the zoo, which was
did y'all
really
go?
cool.
Is it nice?
Yeah, they have a really nice zoo there. Tons of animals, and actually fairly, like, it wasn't super expensive.
Oh, really?
Like for tickets or like the things in the zoo. It was different though, because like in the Tampa Zoo where we used to go with mom and dad, the like the merry-go-round, and they had this like little car ride thing for kids. Those were all like included, like you didn't have to pay extra for those.
Oh, that's
Which
nice.
was super nice,
Yeah.
because then Jackson was able to go around them like as many times as he wanted.
Right.
So he saw the carousel merry-go-round thing at this one, and it was not included, but it wasn't super crazy price. So yeah, we had him go on that like just a couple times, and but the actual admission price was not anything super crazy. Like I think I remember when we went to Nashville, it was like wasn't it like at least
30.
$25 or $30?
Yeah.
32
It's crazy.
or something per person. Yeah. So this one was, I want to say, under 15 or
Really?
maybe, yeah, like around. It was
That's
much cheaper
nice.
than
It
the
makes
other
it
ones. So that
makes it
was nice.
affordable
And
for everybody to do it.
right, and it was a pretty big zoo, so like we spent quite a few hours there. So it was a fun time.
Nice.
And then the next couple days, all the news was reporting that the big cold freeze was capturing the country basically.
Right.
And so we made sure that we had our groceries or whatever, and they were saying, "Oh, it's going to be really bad here too. We're going to get snow and then sleet and very cold temperatures." I'm like, "Oh, geez." And then
It's
in
like
San
this is
Antonio,
not what I
it's in,
came
I think,
for.
2021. No, it's definitely not what I came from. So everybody's blaming me. Like, why did you bring this weather? I'm like, I didn't. I promise. I don't want this weather.
So for those
But
that
they
don't
had a
know,
really big freeze then.
for the ones that
What?
don't know, I just want to let everybody know that this podcast is basically what Lisa and really what I went through with the winter storm that we had in Nashville 2026, and then some of the weather that Lisa dealt with down in San Antonio a couple of days after she arrived from Chicago. So this is what this podcast is about. And also I'm going to kind of
this episode. Sorry.
Yes, I'm also going to go into a little bit of stuff that happened to me while I was, I really thought I was 100% prepared for kind of storms like this, but some things that I've learned that I kind of wasn't. So we're going to go over that. So just to let everybody even know before we get too deep involved into Lisa's first couple of days in San Antonio adventures there. So did the stores run out of groceries? Like when you guys went?
Well, like, so we didn't go when they were still had stuff like when we had went, so it was fine. Or like no, like mom and dad had already went, so we didn't really need too much groceries before we
Okay.
came. But then like they started showing, the news started showing pictures and videos of the stores and on Facebook and all that stuff. Those pop up, and the HEB store was like empty. Like there was ransacked. Like there was nothing in those stores, which
Wow.
I get it. But then at the same time, like if you don't have like a generator and stuff to keep your food cold, like that's kind of a waste to buy all of those kind of products. But
Right.
whatever. It is what it is.
They were
But yeah,
fighting for chickens here.
it was in I believe it. And I think they said in 2021 there was like a really bad snow ice storm here in San Antonio, and so they weren't prepared for that, and something with the electrical the lines and everything, they're not sturdy enough, I guess, for the environment of the rain and sleet and snow, so it caused power outages like everywhere, like pretty quickly. So that's what a lot of people were worried about, that they were going to lose power, like for just a tiny bit of a wind change or a little bit of cold, that the power was going to be gone, because the power was out, I guess, for many many days in that year. I think they said 2021. So I think a lot of people were freaked out because of what had happened that time. Like people were like freezing, like in their
Right.
homes and with blankets and all that. So thank God, like we did not lose any power. We were all good here. This is a new construction development, the subdivision that my mom and dad live in. So we were good. We had, mom has plenty of candles and flashlights and all that stuff if we did. But yeah, I think I thought about like, okay, well, if we did lose power, like what bedroom are we all gonna sleep in? Like mom has tons of blankets, so we would just be all wrapped in blankets and just huddle together, I guess. Like, and she
Yeah.
has plenty of canned goods and peanut butter and jelly and bread. But thank God, yeah, we didn't lose any power, so we just hunkered down and stayed inside and watched TV, and Jackson played toys, and it was all good here. But it was crazy to see ice on the trees here, because I thought, oh, I'm going to Texas in January, that it's going to be nice, but you know it is what it is.
Lovely.
I'm just thankful that we had power and everybody was safe. So they
Right.
even said like there was no casualties on the news, because everybody took it seriously and nobody was out driving when they weren't supposed to be and stuff like that. They actually listened, so that was nice to hear too, that everybody actually was prepared and took it more seriously.
Yeah, we lost. I just read it this morning here in Nashville that so far they have found 13 people dead in their homes from freezing.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate. Like
It
that's
is, but
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
if
it's
you don't
unfortunate.
have
Yeah, if you don't have the means to keep warm, I get that. Sometimes it's harder to come by the extra dollars to be able to afford a generator or whatever the case is to keep warm, right? But
yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate either way. There's really no but. On the other side, though, there's always warming shelters that you can stay at. You know,
But if you can't get to them though,
right? Well, they
that's the
were
hard
offering
thing.
pickups, like free pickups. Like there's an
Oh,
organization that it's something to do with Jeepers or something like that. It's called, and they were picking up people like that work at hospitals or first responders and stuff. They were picking up at home and taking them to their works or taking them to warming shelters so they can get there free of charge. It was kind of like a little charity organization that they do every year. So it
was
is.
it? What were they, Jeeps?
Yeah,
They did something like that here in San Antonio too. I saw it on the news that there was like a Jeep. I don't
it's
know if it
called
was like a
Jeepers.
body shop or something like that. It wasn't called that. It was something else. It was like a Jeep, um, like detailing shop or
Okay.
something like that. and they had a whole bunch of Jeeps, and they were transporting people to and from work. For he said we'll take anybody, but most of them were nurses and first responders. He
Right.
said.
That's
So that's really
really
nice,
cool.
for them to go out of their way and, risk their own, lives and
Right.
stuff to go and help. He said something about they're always helping us, so this is our time to help them. And I was like, we need more people like you. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah. Maybe we could try to get a hold of one of these Jeep organizations and kind of do a little podcast with them, because I mean that's what we are about, is helping others and be kind to others. So we fall under the same kindness of heart, that we're doing stuff and sharing our life, our personal business with the whole world, and they're out there doing nice things and taking risk of their lives and stuff. So it's just being kind and sharing love and kindness to everyone. So maybe we could get a hold of them. Hey, if if anybody's out there listening and they're part of these organizations, don't hesitate. Give us a shout, and we'll be more than happy to organize something with y'all. So,
It's a really cool thing that they did.
That's really
Appreciate
neat.
them doing all that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so we've gotten that. We've had, like I said, those 13 fatalities so far. I'm not sure what the emergency response, because I see there was like literally ice covering the snow on the streets, and people were still driving around. And like, I live on a T intersection, and they were just flying.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, and they were just like literally just flying around the corners and being dumb. And I'm like, this is how people get killed. So people get hurt,
Yeah.
And then you gotta, you're being a knucklehead.
There's always going to be those kind of people.
Yeah, but then they're out there being a knucklehead, and now our first responder group has got to come out and try to help you, and they're risking their lives because you were being a knucklehead. It's it's not fair, but I guess that's what it is. So
yeah,
with that,
do what people are going to do.
Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna be able to control that. I do want to give a large shout out to my boy David Smith. Him and I, he's a so my friend David, he's like he's a brother to me. We're just family. Came out. I was telling when this storm was coming in Wednesday morning, I had to go pick up my mother-in-law and father-in-law at their home and take my mother in over at the hospital to have surgery done. She's having a permanent port put in for dialysis treatment. So I took her to the hospital, and she had her surgery, and they were running behind. It was supposed to be like a 7:30. They didn't take her like 10:30. So anyways, me and my father-in-law were there till like 1:00 in the afternoon. We finally left. Then the surgeon said they were going to keep her overnight just because of her health issues, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, so we left, and Thursday I went and we went and picked her up Thursday evening. Actually, they didn't let her, she had to do dialysis still. It was probably 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, something like that when we picked her up. We didn't get home till later on because we knew the storm was coming in, and I was telling my mother-in-law,
prepared.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, hey, you guys got no means to keep warm here. And then they're seniors; they really can't do a whole lot for themselves. I mean, it's not like he's going to be out there doing stuff. So, so I can between my wife and I, we convinced my father-in-law, like, hey, you need to grab your stuff and you need to come with us. If you're not going to come,
right,
you got 10 minutes to decide, because I'm leaving. I'm not going to spend all evening over here waiting on you. But if you're going to come,
doesn't she use oxygen too?
Yeah, she uses oxygen. So she's got a oxygen machine. She's got oxygen tanks. My father-in-law is actually pretty good health, besides moving. Yeah, he's in good shape. I mean, the only thing wrong with him is he's older, senior, and he moves slow. That's like really the only thing wrong with him.
Well, That's normal for
Right. So it was no big deal. So anyways, he decided to go ahead and start grabbing his medications and, his clothes and his peanut butter and, his snacks and stuff like that. And then
right, whatever he
so,
needed.
right. And then we got my mother-in-law stuff together too. We got him over to the house. We got settled in, and just kind of hung out. Next thing you know, Friday comes around. And that's when the storm was Friday evening was when the storm was supposed to start coming in. And so Wednesday, they were saying anywhere from 15 to 18 inches of snow, or 12 to 15 inches of snow, rather, 12 to 15 inches. And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be like, and then they were talking about ice afterwards. So I'm like, this is going to be really
Right.
bad. So anyways, it didn't start rolling until Saturday late morning is when it started rolling in, and we started getting the rain. Then we started getting the sleet. Then we started getting ice. Then we got snow. And then we ended up getting the snow stopped. We didn't get the 12 inches. We only got 2 inches of snow.
I was
Maybe
gonna say, thank
3
God
at
you only got a
tops.
little bit.
Yeah. And then we got the ice storm, which it was ice. If you looked at the radar, it was showing it ice, a large section of snow, and then a large section of ice south of us. Well, everything shifted up. So we just got hours and hours and hours of ice. I actually went out there and kind of tried to measure it, the ice, and I measured between anywhere in different spots. It was from a half inch to 3/4 of an inch of ice in different areas. So we got a lot of ice.
That's crazy.
So when that happened, um, it was Saturday morning. I was looking out the front window, and a big, huge pine tree branch fell. We got these really tall pine trees out front, and one fell
He
from the
had
very
so
top.
many trees on her property.
I know. I'm gonna take an axe to every one of them. I swear I am. I hate trees for that one reason.
No.
So
because the ice was so heavy.
right. So after I seen that fall, I'm like, oh my God, it's starting to get really bad. The ice is starting to weigh down on trees. I'm like, the power lines are next because they're going to start falling on power. Oh, within probably 20 minutes after I said that, we lost power. So I'm like,
Right.
okay,
But,
no big deal.
yeah,
I knew it was going to happen, right? It's kind of one of the things that you get one, you're going to get the other.
And you got your tanks and stuff ahead of time to be prepared. You have a generator, so you have that at least.
Yeah, I mean, I had firewood at the front door, had the generator, I had all my tanks full. I was like, I'm good, Well. I went, pulled out the generator, put a propane tank on it, got everything, power back on, heaters rolling. I was like, oh, cool. I'll let it generator run for a little bit, and I'll start the fireplace. Well, I found that I went out there, the light started flickering. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I started listening. I could hear the generator just going up and down, just revving up, revving down, going back and forth. So I'm like, what is going on? So I went out there. I'm like, well, maybe this tank didn't get filled all the way. So I pulled it off, put a new one on there. It ran fine. 2 hours later, it did the same thing. I'm like, what is going on? So when I went out there the second time to see what was going on, the grill tank had about 1/4 inch of frost all the way around it. And what was happening is the generator sucking out the propane. So the grill tank is losing pressure, and that's what's causing it to freeze up. Plus, it's freezing cold outside at this time, right? We're like we're like thinking like at 5 degrees, and it was like -2 or 3 at this time with the wind.
Right.
Look, I mean, where I had the generator was all covered up, so I had a whole area wrapped in tarps. Because some of y'all probably seen on the little videos that Lisa was posting out for me to show all our viewers. But So at this time, I was swapping these out, and I'm like, man, I've got to do something different. This is not going to work. So I have these 2 5-gallon jugs that they use for like racing fuel or whatever. I was able to get out and go get those jugs filled with gasoline. So I went and filled those up, filled the generator with gasoline. I filled it. It was 8.5 gallons. It lasted like 10 hours or so, 10, 12 hours of gasoline. So we were okay. Well, I was talking to in the meantime,
Right.
I was texting back and forth with my buddy, my brother David, and letting him seeing if he had power and all that good stuff. And he's like, "Do you?" And I'm like, "Well, we
Right.
don't, but I've got the generator." And I told him the scenario that I was going under. Well, Sunday morning, guess who shows up at my front door, or at my driveway? My buddy David.
Right.
My brother from another mother, as they say. I mean, if you want somebody to ride and die with you, that's the guy you want. He is definitely my ride and die.
Yeah,
It's
that
just a
was
big
so
shout
nice
out to
that
him. Yeah,
for real.
that
So kind to just, risk driving it all that way too, because doesn't he live farther out in the
yeah.
middle of nowhere?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
he
to do
lives about
that
an
and bring you
hour.
the tanks is
Yeah, I kid you not.
so nice.
I'm getting emotional right now thinking about what he did, because it was you can't pick and choose your family, but you can pick and choose your friends. And you think the people around you are your friends. You really think that, it's like, hey, this guy's cool. This person does this, blah, blah, blah. That's your friend, But you come to find out that
Hmm.
person's not really your friend. They're just an acquaintance. A friend,
Sometimes, yeah.
a brother, like I got, that's a friend. That's a brother, you know? That's somebody who come
Yeah.
out and risk
That's a
their
stronger
life.
bond than a friend.
Yeah. I think he would dive in front for a bullet for me. And I would do the same for him, even before this happened. You don't have that. And I'm not going to get too deep in that, but I just wanted to give a big shout out to him and an applause that, what he did is not replaceable. You just can't replace people like that. So if you got loved ones and people
No,
that are like that
definitely.
in your group, you need to keep them people real close to you, because those are,
Yeah,
man,
definitely.
So he showed up with 2 grill tanks, propane tanks for like a grill, and then he showed up with a 100-pound big bottle. Like base, I think the grill tanks are at 25 pounders, so basically 4 of those here at the house.
Wow.
And he didn't even call me and told me to tell me he was coming or nothing. He didn't do nothing. He just showed up. He was like, "Hey, where do you want
Right,
these
he just
tanks?"
showed up.
Yeah, he's like, he called me. He was like, "Hey, where do you want these tanks?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about, dude?" He goes, "These propane tanks." I'm like, "Where are you at?" He goes, "In your driveway." And I'm like, "Oh boy." I go, "Hang on, I'll be out there in a minute." So I was telling him what happened. And in the meantime, when he was driving here is when I went to go get gasoline, right? So I got so I had it going. I told him what happened. He's like, "Well," he goes, "if you need them now, you got them." And he goes, "Even if you got to wrap blankets or whatever you got to do around them just to keep them warm, do that." And I'm like, "Oh
Right.
yeah, for sure, I'll do." I go, I got that, and then I changed the fuel pump in my Mustang, and it really didn't need it, but it's been sitting there a while, so I went ahead and changed it. So I had a fuel pump, and I'm like, well, worst case scenario, I'll stick a hose down in one of my cars and suck the fuel out
And
of there. Just
siphon
keep,
it out.
yeah. I'm like, man, I got a Milwaukee big battery and this fuel pump. I just hooked it up, and it started sucking fuel out. So I'm like, shoot, I go, we got 2 cars that are topped off
Wow.
of fuel. So I'm like, I'll do what I got to do, And I told my wife and my in-laws, I'm like, hey,
Right.
I know there's a Corvette sitting outside next door. I go, I'll take the gas out of that too if I have to.
You're nuts.
I go, whatever to survive, But so now, knowing what I know about the generator and the propane being cold, what I have done is I haven't done it yet. just because they're out of stock right now, since this storm happened. I guess what my scenario happened to a lot of people.
Right.
Um, so I'm gonna order a natural gas converter regulator for my generator. So there's a piece that goes between the carburetor and the engine, and it injects the natural gas in there. So this way, I have continuous feed of natural gas that you can use the supply line that feeds the natural gas to my house, which is our water heater and our furnaces and stuff like that. So I've got 2 furnaces.
Right.
So yeah, one's for the garage, and then one is for the main house, and then our water heater. But everything else is electric. So that being said, between my my wife, my mother-in-law, father-in-law, and myself, we had an absolute ball. Had a great time during this mess. We had the fireplace going, we had heat, we were watching TV, we were on the internet, having this out there. And I got out there and shoveled the slushy when it got that rain, the ice quit and it had that rain going. So I went out, it was all slushy. So I went out there and started shoveling the areas that were more critical in case we had to leave for some odd reason, or
Leak it out. Right.
yeah. So I shoveled around the cars and the sidewalk to get to the car and put salt out just to make sure that, hey, we got a plan. I've got a plan that if we need to take them to the hospital or we need to leave, we're good.
Right. You got to get out somehow.
Yeah.
Right. No,
So
that was smart to get a little way out.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that stuff was heavy.
OMG. Was it heavy?
That was a workout in itself.
Oh, I was out there.
So heavy. Yours.
Oh, my back. I was like, oh my God. And I'd stop for literally 30, 40 seconds. And I'm like, I got to keep going. But I had my my watch on, right? And just as I was done, I'm like, oh man, I forgot to count this as a workout.
It would be a workout for sure.
It was. But I checked my heart rate. I was at 132.
Mm-hmm.
And that was after the workout. So it was higher because mine's usually about 108. So that was a little bit higher.
No.
Yeah. So that, and then 20, I think it's at 28 or 2,900 calories is what I burned. Yeah. Jeez. So I was like, I was going. So I did that one time and did everything I did. And then I knew we were going to be using the fireplace. I didn't care how much wood we went through. I just had to go get it. So I went out there to go get more wood on our firewood rack. Well, all that rain and sleet and ice went through between the logs and they all froze solid. It was one big old chunk of logs.
I was thinking about that after I remember you put some firewood on the porch. And then I thought about, okay, how quickly you'll probably run through the one that was on the porch. Maybe for the future, put some in your garage. So that way it doesn't freeze with the rain and all that stuff. Then, you can't use it. I mean, you did have heat, so you technically didn't need the fireplace on.
Right.
But
it was the ambiance.
Just for a future. No, yeah. Well, yeah. And it looked so pretty and cozy and warm with
the fireplace
on.
It did help. It really did help because the area, living room, dining room, kitchen, where the fireplace is at, it stayed 72 degrees and the heater didn't kick on because the thermostat's in that same room. Yeah. So the rest of the house was cold, but at nighttime, I just cranked up the heat so it would heat the rest of it up. So we've got sensors for we got Ecobee thermostats. So we've got sensors in the back of the house as well. So it was all good. But I just want to, I don't put firewood in my garage or my storeroom because I'm afraid of it having termites and stuff like that. I don't want to bring that stuff in the house. That's the only reason why I don't do that.
Oh.
Okay.
Or at least put it in a garbage bag or something to kind of keep them contained.
Yeah, I have, and I should have thought about this, but I didn't. So, another thing being prepared. I've got a tarp
Right.
that I could have put over that, and I just didn't do it. I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
So,
You didn't
it
think
wasn't
of the
that
best
bad,
part. Yeah.
right? So I just kicked the firewood and it broke apart. So it was like no big deal. The only thing is that some of it had wood chunks. So when I would put it in the fireplace, we got a steam bath too. So, so it was kind of, it, it worked out. And we had enough fire. I put enough firewood on the front porch for about 2.5 days. If I was
Mhm.
concerned about it, but I'm like, I wasn't really concerned because I had the generator. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted
Right.
to maintain
You
temperature.
had that
So
backup.
yeah, and I got plenty of firewood, so I wasn't worried about that. And then the branches were falling out. I can cut those and use those too if I needed to. So I wasn't really concerned. So we
True.
were we were burning. I mean, we were burning some firewood. We were burning some. We were going
Oh
through
yeah,
it.
probably the most you've burned since you've lived there.
Yeah, so we went through it. So it was nice. But me and my father-in-law sat back and just talked and talked. I mean, poor guy, he doesn't get a chance to be with another guy, another man, whatever, and talk
Right.
man talk, I guess we'd say, or just general stuff. So he had a really
Just
good time.
yeah, just to talk, yeah, with somebody else.
Yeah. So he's there by himself, or my nephew, but he doesn't come see them or sit with him that much. But either way, he was it was a really we had a good time. It was enjoyable. So
That was a nice bonding experience for all of
yeah,
you guys to just, actually pause life and just
exactly.
enjoy the people that you have around you.
Yeah. You get and they always say the bad always brings the good, right?
Well, yeah, because I think it tests people. It makes people realize like what they're thankful for and what they should
Yeah,
appreciate more of.
exactly.
So, like, I mean, yeah, like I said, we didn't lose power or anything, but we were inside the house. So we were all just, playing games with Jackson, doing puzzles, playing card games after Jackson went to bed, with me and mom and dad. And, you just learn to realize, like, oh, yeah, I appreciate these little things, like even not going necessarily, somewhere out to eat or whatever, just enjoying the time together
Yeah.
like that. It's a nice bonding experience. But yeah, sometimes it takes the hard, trying times to have a better bond or just learn to chill and, you know, appreciate each other.
Yeah, it's a definitely on you get to learn or not so much learn, but you get to see what you take for granted in everyday life. And then you also
Oh,
get to see the
definitely.
the goodness of other people, what they will do for you. Like my friend, my brother, buddy, whatever you want to call him. He's I call him my brother because that's how he treats me. That's how we treat each other, like family.
Right.
So
That's the relationship you've grown. Hmm.
yeah. So that's and, and it's really for y'all who don't know how I met him. I was trying to get find somebody that would paint and do the body work on my Mustang. And I went to this one body shop.
Mm.
They're like, "Oh, we don't do custom paint. We're just a collision center." I'm like, "Oh, okay." They go, "But go see this guy, and he may do it." So they gave me his address and his phone number, and I went over there and I talked to him and this and that. And he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it for you. It's X dollars." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I waited and waited. He's like, "Oh, go ahead and bring it to me." So I did, and that's where I met him, and that was 6, 7 years ago, something like that. And
Oh,
you
wow. It's
know,
been that long.
yeah. So he's been my boy. We've gone on vacation with him and his wife or significant other. You know, we go out dinner, we do birthdays together. They invited us over to their home with their family for Thanksgiving because we weren't going to do anything. It was just going to be us. So I was telling my wife, I'm like, there's no need to
Right.
go through all that just for us two. So they invited us to do Thanksgiving with them. So that's kind of that's kind of friendship, family membership, whatever you want to call it, we got with them. So, um,
No,
so
that's
yeah,
good.
so yeah, if anybody gets anything from this podcast, one of the things is that you always think you're 100% prepared for situations like this. I really and honestly thought I was
Hmm.
100% and over prepared for a scenario like this, but I really wasn't. I
Right.
really wasn't, you know. So every day, everything you go through life, whether you're at work, you're um, going to the gym, you're gardening, you're uh, exercising, you're cooking, whatever the case is, everyday things, you always think you know something 100%, but you really don't know because there's always room for improvement or learning. So that's something else you don't
Right.
want to take for granted. You could always don't always think that, oh, I know it, I know it, I know it all, I got it, because there's always room for improvement. And if you think you have that attitude, like I did, the good Lord's going to tell you, I'm going to teach you something. And that's what happened. I learned
Hmm.
something. So um, don't take learning experiences for granted because you could always get something from it. So next time I'll be a little bit better prepared, you know? So
Right. I mean, you at least you had a good enough prepared um to have the heat. Yeah, clearly you needed a little bit more. Maybe check the tanks the next time,
yeah,
see what the gauges are of it, or yeah,
yeah, they
maybe
were all
build
full.
some kind of protector,
Yeah.
build some kind of cover or some kind of, box or something for the
Mm-hmm.
generator to keep it warmer. You've got ideas now of what to do for the next
Yeah.
time. Hopefully there isn't, but you never know.
I was gonna
And
put them in,
yeah, I mean,
put the tanks in a tote and wrap them up with insulation, and then make a little hole with the hair dryer.
underneath,
And
that's a
yeah,
good
just
idea.
to put inside the tote. And I'm like, man, I'd probably melt the tote, and then the tank will probably explode or
Well,
something. So
yeah, yeah,
I'm
that would
like,
not be
no.
a good idea. But
So I was like, no.
to insulate it would
Yeah,
be, if you could do that somehow.
yeah. I was already thinking of something. If I had to do something, that's what I would do. Then I was thinking, I'm like, well, I could always put the tanks inside because my truck was parked right next to it. I could always put the tank inside my truck. I was thinking of different ways. So it's all good.
Right.
I was thinking of putting them in totes with warm water. I was just like, just thinking. So, um,
Right.
but
And
yeah,
but I'm just glad that you guys were okay. You had enough food
yeah,
and all that stuff too. So I've
it's
saw so many influencers in the Nashville area that, they have these not super huge homes or anything like that, but um obviously the bigger celebrities have, generators and stuff, so I'm sure
hmm
they were fine. But
right.
some of the others that are still trying to make it, they didn't have that and they weren't prepared. And one of the girls that I follow, was in her home. She had her winter hat on. She had three jackets on. She didn't have a fireplace.
Oh
So
boy.
like she's like, I've been eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for all of my meals basically because she wasn't prepared for it at
Wow.
all. So like she's like, it's a very humbling experience. You learn how much you really appreciate the little things in life. And some other
Yeah.
people they were they built like a fort around their fireplace so
hmm
they could stay warm with their dogs. And
Right.
like I think it's like 35 degrees in our house right now. You could see our breath. Like just to think about those kind of things is crazy.
Well, so that's what they're finding out today. Today is Thursday, the 29th of January, 2026. So they're finding out that um, a lot of the homes and apartment buildings that lost power and were freezing,
Hmm.
so the water lines froze, right? So they
Oh,
were they
that's
were
a
freezing
whole
up
nother
and
problem.
busted, right? So now that the temperatures, people are gotten power back up, the pipes are thawing out
Hmm.
now. So they had an apartment I was watching this morning on the news, an apartment complex that the pipes froze as they used PEX. I'm guessing so it didn't leak; it just
Hmm.
expanded and froze in place. Well, then um, it started thawing out, and I guess it cracked previously, or I mean, I'm not really sure how exactly how it happened, but they froze and it didn't leak, and then now everything's thawing out, so now these apartments are flooding.
Ugh.
So houses are doing the same thing. So it's like now it's another thing. So it's supposed to be like 40
Right. Just
degrees
like
today,
getting the power back was not good enough.
right? So today it's gonna be supposed to be warmer. We still got ice hanging on our trees. It literally looks like a hurricane tornado went through our neighborhood. There was trees down, telephone poles down, the electrical wires and communication wires all over the street. You know, trees laying on people's houses. So it's
Oh
it's
yeah,
pretty bad.
that weight of that ice, especially since you said you had so much, that
Yeah,
definitely just destroys all of that. It's
yeah.
so heavy.
There's trees that are bent over like a U, where the top of the tree's
Oh,
hanging
I'm
that's
sure.
on the ground now. So
Like,
it's
yeah, the
yeah.
top is touching the ground.
Yeah, like the movie,
That's
what is that,
crazy.
Grinch or Christmas something, where the tree's bent over? That's how
Yeah,
it's like.
how
Yeah,
the Grinch's tree is turned.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that. I mean, it's crazy. So, um, yeah, so just kind of one of them things. And obviously, all y'all gonna hear this a week after. Um, but
Right.
they just said this morning so that we've got another extreme cold front that's gonna come through here this weekend. So my duties today is to finish cleaning out all the ice that we got on the walkways since it's going to be in a 40 degrees. I'm
Oh.
going to get rid of all the ice that I
Oh, yeah,
can.
so it can melt today.
Right. And then when a when a plow truck came through, since I live on a T intersection, he pushed all the snow from that one street, the T from me, right into my driveway. So I've only
I
got
can't
like a
even
small
do that.
yeah, no. I got a small section I can get a car in, so I'm gonna go out there and shovel that up. That's gonna be my workout. Um, even though I'm not due today for a workout, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Also, speaking about workout, I want to let everybody know
I
that
was just gonna say, can we do a quick check-in?
yeah. So I'm proud. It may not be much, but I'm proud. I'm working. I'm doing what I can under the circumstances that I've been under. I didn't work out when we lost power because I was doing other things where I was getting, 2.5, 3 miles of walking in, and I was lifting and pushing, and so.
Right.
So I did my first weigh in January 7th of 2026. I thought before my weigh in, I was about 265 pounds. Well, that was false. I was 276 pounds. So that was shocking. I didn't think I was.
Right. It was more eye-opening to you.
Yes. And I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm doing this. So I weighed myself yesterday. Was it? I think it was yesterday. Yesterday or the day
Yesterday's
before.
when you sent me a
Yes.
message.
So it was yesterday then. 265 pounds. So I have lost
Good job.
11 pounds. Thank you. 11 pounds
Since
the 7th. So what, basically 12, 22 days? Roughly?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great job.
Yeah, thank you.
See?
And
Amazing. Little steps and you're getting there.
yeah, I
And
think
10
this
pounds
was
is a lot though.
it is. You know what though? I don't see it.
Or 11, I'm sorry.
I don't see it.
Well, and you're not going to. Not right now.
Yeah, I don't see it. I can say that I will say this. So along with the weight loss, I have pretty much quit drinking liquor. So I was having mixed drinks. So before all this started, since I've been with trying to get my foot healed back up, I haven't been working. So I would sit in the garage since it was heated, watch YouTube videos or watch TV, whatever the case is, have my coffee, have my cigarette. And in the evening, I would have my mixed drinks. Well, a mixed drink, when I make a mixed drink, it's a half a can of some kind of soda, right? And then the liquor. Well, I would have anywhere 4 to 6
Right.
of these. So that's a lot of sugar and
Exactly.
crud that I was
The
putting in my
Coke
body on top.
alone or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the sugar juices and this and that. So I've cut that part out. So I'm not drinking any liquor, and I'm not really drinking any beer. I probably haven't had a beer since a week and a half now. So, or no, that's a lie.
Oh,
That's a
wow.
lie. That's a lie. I had a beer on Saturday or Sunday when the football games were going, but I had like four or five
Oh,
beers anyway.
okay. But
But
yeah.
I don't have it daily anymore like I used to. And I've also have not had a cigarette since January or December 31st of 2025. So I'm officially 30 days without a
That's
cigarette.
amazing.
Yes. So
I
thank
love
you.
that
Thank you.
for you.
Thank you. So that's
That's so
my
great.
check-in.
Great. You're doing so great.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to do better, and I'm trying to be more conscientious of what I put in my body. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
doing
that's a
that.
big difference.
Yeah. Although my wonderful wife just made me some brownies, and I'm like, oh man.
Well, moderation.
Oh
Moderation.
yeah. I'm not eating the whole
Have
pan,
that,
so
and well,
so
yeah. If you sat down and ate the whole pan in one sitting, that would be a problem.
yeah. And I'm telling you guys all this information. I'm telling you all my business. I'm merging, okay? Because I'm holding myself accountable for my actions that I did in the last, I don't know how many years, putting this weight on me. I'm holding myself accountable. This
Oh
is
yeah,
my
especially the
fault.
last year.
Yeah, within the last year, I've put, I was looking at my doctor's checks and stuff like that, my checkups or visits that I
Mm-hmm.
had in the last year since my surgery date in March to my doctor's visit was, I think, the 12th, 13th of January. I put almost 20 pounds on. So,
Right. So
this is all my fault. It's nobody else's. This is all my fault. And I'm, going to be prepared and man enough to take care of it and get it removed. Did I think I was 276 pounds?
right.
Heck no, I didn't. I was honestly thinking 265. But that
The
was,
most, right.
yeah. So at the doctor's office, when they weigh us in kilograms, I think. So they don't weigh in
Yeah.
pounds for
Oh,
some. So whatever. So that's I'm telling y'all because it works. Just watch what you eat, watch what you put in, and do a little bit of physical cardio exercise and stuff like that. It works. I will say when I had my meniscus tear surgery after I had my foot done, and I sat down in a chair the wrong way, I tore my meniscus. It was within like a month and a half. So I really had a struggle last year, and I'm trying to work forward to get this
yeah.
done. So that being
You're
said,
already proving yourself.
I've
So
exercised, I moved forward, even getting out here and shoveling snow, doing what I can, when I shoveled the snow though, let me
yeah.
tell you, my foot was freaking killing me. I mean, my foot was killing me,
Well, that was
but
especially a lot of work.
yeah, and it was
All of a
heavy.
sudden, and
So it
right.
was but at the same time, I'd rather go ahead and have the pain and get through it, because if we had to get out, I didn't want to take a chance of me slipping, falling with my knee, I'm not saying still recovery so much,
Oh
but
God.
or messing up my foot even worse, or my in-laws falling, or my wife falling. I'm like, you know
I
what?
was
Let me
gonna
just go
say,
ahead and do
yeah,
it.
it could just be anybody fall,
Yeah, I'm
and
like, let me just go ahead and do
it'd
it.
be
So,
worse.
I mean, it hurt. It really did. I was in pain, but I got it done. I came inside, took my shoes and socks off, and relaxed. Put my foot up and just sat there and watched TV and talked to my father-in-law. So, be prepared.
It would be
Also,
hard, challenging to get out of your driveway because it's so. But that would be a fun sledding hill,
oh
actually.
yeah, we got a really big sledding hill to behind us and to the side of us. The one on the side of us, it's probably
But even just down your driveway.
oh yeah. That's a big driveway to shovel. To shovel snow in
Well,
it.
yeah,
Oh
that's
my
huge. Plus,
God, that's a lot.
go
I gotta get a
shoveling it in an incline.
right. Yeah, that's hard. I do want to say if you come and visit me this year, if you
Mm-hmm.
drive down or whatever, bring me a snow shovel because mine's broke now.
I'm sure with all the ice.
So I've had it for God knows, probably I think I got it in 2008 when we bought our other house. I think mom and dad brought it to me. So yeah, so that being said,
Oh,
I make
I'll
sure
have
you've
to
got
get you one.
yeah, well, I've got one, I need one. And then I put salt out too. So I had
Oh yeah.
I think I want to say 3 or 4 smaller, like 10, 15-pound bags of salt. So I had
Mm-hmm.
some of those and I had one left over. So I put that one out. So I went through a bag, I guess, and just put it out, So, like I said, I really 100% thought I was prepared for this. And,
Yeah, I mean, you were pretty decently prepared,
yeah,
but yeah,
if,
there's improvement for sure.
yeah,
But
if it wasn't for me having the propane issues, I would have been fine. I would have been fine.
yeah,
But I'll be prepared. I'll be better prepared next time. Now that my generators can be natural gas. So one of my next big projects
right.
is I'm going to go buy some cement and make a concrete pad because I'm going to permanently put my generator outside, make a concrete pad, and I'm going to build like a dog house for it, outdoor dog
I was gonna
house.
say, yeah, like a little cover for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this way
that's
I
a
can
great
keep
idea.
the rodents and stuff out of it if there is any. But keep it outside and
Right.
then keep it permanently connected. So all I gotta do is just move the breakers and hit the remote to start it and be done. But yeah,
Sounds lovely.
yeah. So I'll be better prepared next time. So that being said, want to tell everyone thank you for all the wonderful views and streaming that y'all did on the little update shorts that we sent out of the storm. And
Yeah.
Lisa's little, would you call that thing the shake that you made? The green
The
shake?
what? Oh, a green juice.
Yeah, the green juice. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That looked good. I mean, it didn't look good, but the stuff that you put in it, I think I could probably do that. So
Well, especially like the pineapple. If you have a sweet pineapple, that just makes it like change completely. Like you don't
great.
taste celery, you don't taste anything else. You just taste pineapple. So, I recommend.
Yep. So maybe we can make one of those when I get there, so I can try it
We
out.
don't have a juicer here, but
Oh,
I think you can still blend. You can still blend it because
right.
but it just tastes a little differently. But it still
I thought
works.
Mom had a juicer, or she does it by the blender.
Yeah, she uses the
Oh,
Ninja blender or Vitamix blender.
okay. Yeah,
So
I love my Vitamix. I
we'll
never
see.
heard of it, and that thing is awesome. Them Vitamix, man, that
That
thing's a
thing's
bomb.
intense.
Golly. I
Yeah.
got one friend of mine won at a raffle at work. And he's like, I don't need this. I just wanted the gift card. And I'm like, well, I'll buy it from you. He's like, how much? I'm like, I'll give you $100. He's like, okay. So I got the Vitamix and the glass of tumblers and all these other things with it for $100.
Nice.
I'm like, yeah. And then I used it. I never heard of it, but I knew it was better than the little Walmart one that we had. So I'm like, let me try it out. Man, I was like, holy cow, that sucker will
Oh
chew.
yeah, it's intense.
Yeah, that sucker does some chewing.
It blends.
So it
Oh
works
yeah.
good. It makes some great salsa. I know that much. So,
Well, it can make some great smoothies for you too.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to try that out. So that being said, I want to see. Thank you for everyone for tuning in, watching those, streaming the little shorts and videos, podcasting that we do. I really appreciate it. Want to let you know that we've got a couple more weeks, and we'll also be in the San Antonio area.
Yeah, we're gonna have a episode together, so
Yeah.
that'll be a fun
That's gonna be
fun, different vibe for sure.
yeah. It might be. I will say that we're definitely gonna do a podcast from there, but we're probably gonna do after hours where we're just shooting the breeze back and forth, and something like that. Where I'm kind of thinking about
Be
just
entertaining for sure.
yeah, just there's no telling, but there will be a parental, I'm sure, in front of that. So, um, yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Have some drinks and relax and have a good time together. So
Yes,
that being
looking
said,
forward to it.
yeah, God bless everyone. Thank you.
But yeah, thank you everybody for all the the streaming, the comments, the likes. So, we are nothing without you guys. So we appreciate all of the support, the follows. If there's something, some kind of topic that you guys are interested in, send it in. Let us know. You can DM us, Instagram, or there's an email too. So just let us know.
Yeah,
But thanks again, everybody, and have a great day.
you're like, what was that for, right?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Uh,
What a cat.
that was my edit signal.
Oh.
You looked at me like, what is he stroking out?
Well, either either there was a fly by your face, or I don't know what that was. I was like, okay, well, that's different.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Dang, that sucker got you choked up, didn't it?
No, I've had a cough for like the past 30 minutes, but I couldn't.
Thank you guys for always supporting our show. Please subscribe and review on Apple Podcasts. Follow and rate on Spotify or subscribe on YouTube. 2 Voices, 1 Life Podcast. That's the number 2 Voices, 1 Life Podcast. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram and TikTok. That's 2V1 Life Podcast. Also, our Facebook, 2 Voices, 1 Life Podcast. We hope you guys have a great week and catch the new episode next Wednesday. Bye.